What's going on, everyone? James here, Wolf Camp Reviews. Got a little quick video for you guys today. We're going to go over the Devos Light Ranger, which happens to be my favorite camp light. Out of all my lanterns, my solar lanterns, my blow-up lanterns, my O-light lanterns, these are actually my favorite light, and I'm going to show you why. So starting off, I have both of these lit right now. As you can see, it is super bright, and that's all thanks to this one light up here on this side of the truck. So looking down, there's Jack's, but you get the tripod on the bottom as a base. Now, if you don't want to use a tripod on the bottom as a base because you're worried about stepping on it, tripping over it, or anything like that, they actually come with a stake. So this just slides right in. It's a button at the bottom. You just push the button in, it pops out of the tripod, and it goes right into the stake, which you could push right into the ground and use that instead. Here's a tripod here. Folds up nice and small, nice and thin, so you can throw it in a deck drawer or a roam box or some other kind of case that you got. But these things are super bright. Sun's gone. I know camera always lights it up a little bit more than you actually can see in person, but the sun is gone and this whole work area is illuminated. If I had this one on, forget about it, I'd be blown out of here. The reason why this one is darker is because they actually have some of these covers that you could put on the lights, and it just pops right on. They have a red one, they have an orange one, if it focus, they have an orange one, and then they have a yellow one, which I have yet to use the yellow. As you can see, it's still in the plastic. It comes in a nice little bag, but the reason for these is if you didn't want it to be this bright, super bright, lighting it up, you could throw on the red cover and it'll help you with your night vision, seeing at night. You could throw on your yellow one to make it a little bit duller compared to the white, or you could throw on your orange one. And I know a lot of people like to use the orange and the yellow for bugs. Bugs are less attracted to the yellow and the orange lights compared to the white lights. Now, another nice thing about these as far as bugs go is that is up 9 feet high. See if I can back up here. That is up higher than my tent. That is up higher than my roam case. That is way up there. So any bugs that come are going to be 9 feet high versus down here at, I don't know, just under 6 feet. They're going to be 3 feet above your head, which is super nice because they're not going to be on your face, swarming around your tailgate here, your cook station, whatever it is you're doing. They're not going to be right on top of you. Now, I do want to touch base real quick on these stands. We went over the tripods and everything, but the actual poles themselves, this is the old 3-section pole, which has obviously 3 sections, 1, 2, and 3 feet each. They actually have a 4th piece section now, which when shrunk down, it's actually going to come down. I think it's about like 7 or 8 inches shorter, which is going to be super convenient for putting it in your cases, your deck drawers, throwing it in the back of the truck. It's not going to take up as much space being so tall. Even though it goes up 9 feet still, it won't be as tall when you collapse it all down and put it away. Now, looking at your light here, this is the one that I had up here with the orange on it. Actually, let me show you how those go on real quick. So it's very simple. This thing literally just pops right on and it presses down, and that's it. Stays on there, no problems, no issues with it coming off or anything like that. You could swap them out super fast and easy if you wanted to switch from an orange to a yellow or to a red. Just pops right off. And the light itself is actually very nice. I love the design because you don't waste any light going up. A lot of lights, when you turn them on, like lanterns, they illuminate all the way around, which, as you can see, this one does as well. But a lot of the light goes up and into the trees or, you know, somewhere you don't need it. So you're wasting all that light, whereas these are angled down. So when they're up there, like that one, all the light is angled down. You're not going to lose any light on top. You're not going to be wasting any of that light going anywhere else but where you need it. And another thing about that, as far as needing light wherever you want to put it, is this has several modes. If you push the button down once, all 4 lights are going to come on. Now, this is 1200 lumens and it'll last up to 4 hours. If it's off and you push the button twice, only 2 of the lights are going to come on. Obviously, your lumens are cut in half, and so is your time. So actually, this is going to last up to 8 hours. I'm sorry, it's not cut in half. This is going to last up to 8 hours versus the 12. versus the 4 for the 1200 lumens. I'm sorry. So this lasts up to 8 hours with 2 of the lights. And what's nice about this is if you had it over in the corner, you're going to only be illuminating over here. As you can see, the ground back here is not getting illuminated by this light. So you're not wasting any of your battery, any of your light to illuminate an area that you don't need. And you can see it right here. All this is illuminated over here. Back here, you're not wasting any battery, any light or anything like that going where you don't need it. So if you want to put it in a corner of your campsite, light it up. If you want to have it right here, light up your tailgate, light up right behind you. That's a great option. Or if you wanted the most out of this light, and you only need to illuminate a little area, you push the button 3 times, and it's only 1 light, which will last up to 12 hours. And this is actually a great way to use this light. Unless, again, you're in a big site, you have a bunch of people over, you really need to illuminate the area, then 1200 lumens is the way to go. And it'll last you a very long time, 4 hours. I don't know if you're going to be out do longer than that, but the one light I have used off-grid at a cabin, and this thing went all night long. It lasted for hours and hours and hours. Actually, it hit pretty much at the 12-hour mark on what they say you can get out of the one light section. It went all the way up to 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning when we finally went to bed and we were done drinking for the night. And it's phenomenal. I've had these things for, again, over a year, and I've been beating the snot out of them. They've been used so many times, and they still work flawlessly to this day. The only issue I've ever had, which was my fault, is I stepped on the tripod and it broke. One of the legs broke. Big guy stepping on a tripod with all my body weight. Obviously, something's going to break, and it's not going to be me. But I contacted their customer service. The guy was like, hey, no problem whatsoever. I'm not even going to ask you how it broke. Here's a new tripod. We're going to send it out to you. So super nice, super great customer service. And that's one of the reasons why I love this light. It is backed by great customer service. You have any problems at all, they'll help you out. Any questions or anything like that, and they will, do whatever it is they need to do to get your answers for you. Now, one other thing you could do with this light is it is a battery backup for your phone or anything like that. If you want to charge it via USB there, you could plug that in. But if you want to know how much light you have left, since obviously there's no screen or anything, just hold a button down and it'll either flash red, green, or orange. And that'll tell you, obviously, your percentage. It'll give you a range of how much battery you have left. Obviously, green is the highest, red is the lowest. So just keep that in mind. Now, I don't have a drone or anything that really show you how this is working, but I have both lights there, fully on all 4 lights. I'm just going to back up so you guys can see how much it really lights up the area. You can see all the light is going all the way down the hill there. This is a big hill. You really can't tell on camera. But this is a pretty steep hill, and the light just goes and carries all the way down, all the way over there to the boats. These things are absolutely fantastic. Now, if you guys are interested in these Devos Light Ranger lights, they have some new ones on their site, the USB-C ones. Can't wait to get those. I'm ordering those this week as well. They charge a lot faster compared to these old micro USB ones, and that's just going to pretty much save you time overnight. Plug it in, wake up, it's already done, and you're good to go. But if you guys are interested, I'll have a link down in the description below. They actually reached out to me, and they're offering you guys a 50% discount, a pre-Black Friday sale, which is I think it's going to be about $30 off of 2 of the lights currently. So if you get the 2-pack of the USB-C lights, the Devos Light Ranger 1200 lumen lights, it's going to be $30 off. I think it comes to around like $260 from $289 right now. I think it comes around like $260 is your total, which is a fantastic price. You get the lights, the stands, the bases, both the stake and the tripod. So it's a great deal. Use code WOLF if you go to the site on your own. You don't use the link down in the description. Code WOLF will give you the same exact discount. Thanks for joining me in this video, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.